Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We commend this bill to the House.
Mr. Speaker.
Call Jami-Lee Ross.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, this is a good bill. It'll be good to see it pass through its third reading, hopefully, tonight. I think it's rather unfair to characterise the bill as being inconsequential. I don't think that the juror whose details were utilised by a defendant for that defendant to write to the person to give them a good scare would think that a change like this is inconsequential, because there's an important change that's being made here whereby jurors' address details, their personal details, will be kept confidential, will not be able to be passed to the defendant. The defendant, even if they're defending themselves, will not be able to see the jurors' details, and it would even be an offence for a lawyer representing them to pass the details on to them, because we do need to take it very seriously that jurors' private and confidential details, their address details, should be kept confidential to them and should not be passed on to a defendant, because there is the potential, it has happened before, where a defendant may misuse that information. Mr. Speaker, also I think we should take seriously the change that we're making around those aged 65 and older. I have heard the comments throughout the committee stage, second reading and earlier tonight about 65-year-olds. I struggle to see the argument that some are making that it could be discriminatory, because at the end of the day, those people will be choosing whether or not they wish to be excused permanently. It's completely at their choice. No one's going to force them to be excused permanently. If they decide for themselves that they feel they're in a position where they wish to be excused permanently from a jury, they can choose that. No one will be forcing it on them. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, these issues have been well canvassed by the House previously. It's a good little bill. I wouldn't say it's inconsequential. It's got some important changes for those serving on a jury, and Mr. Speaker, it'll be good when it's passed. Thank you.
Call Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With one